Well, hi, hello, my dear students. Welcome to my video lecture class. Right, up to now we discuss several problems on motion under gravity. So, because this concept is very important for the competitive purpose, that's why I made a lot of problems based upon this concept. Already I discussed 15 example problems. 16 example problems already I discussed in previous lectures. Now I come back with a new problem. So example number 17. So please be focused, friends. This is very easy. Physics is very easy while you clearing concept. Whether you are good at concept, definitely you love the physics. So definitely you love the physics. So please be focused whatever I discuss in the lecture. So shall I start now? Right. Example number 17. A body is thrown vertically upwards from the top of tower. So tower is there. So if a body is thrown vertically upwards from the top of tower, let us consider. This is a tower. This is a tower I consider. Right? This is tower. Person is standing here. So for example, this is a tower I consider. Tower. Person is standing on the tower. Person is standing on the tower. If you want, person is standing on the tower, thrown vertically upwards. One stone is thrown vertically upwards. If person is standing here, one stone is projected vertically upwards. Vertically upwards. So whether this stone is projected vertically upwards, it reaches ground. It reaches ground. Right? So after some time, it reaches ground. Next, vertically upwards from the top of tower. It reaches the ground in time t1 seconds. Listen, friends. Person is stands on top of tower. He throws a stone vertically upwards. It reaches the ground in t1 seconds. It reaches the ground in t1 seconds. t1 seconds. Next. This is first sentence. Next, we are coming to second sentence. It is thrown vertically downward from the tower with the same speed. With the same speed. This is important. So, he projected with, I will consider, it is projected with u meter per second speed. It is projected with the top. Person throws a ball or a stone vertically upward with velocity u meter per second. Next, it is thrown vertically downward from the tower with the same speed. It reaches in time t2. First, he thrown upward. Now, in second case, here this problem contains three cases. First case, ball is projected vertically upward. In second case, ball is just thrown downward. Thrown downward. So ball is thrown downward with the same speed. So this is ball thrown downward. It reaches ground with the same speed. So here also speed is u meter per second only. Here thrown upward with the u meter per second. Here thrown downwards u meter per second. Same stone. Stone is same. But first case thrown upwards with u meter per second. Second case thrown downwards with u meter per second. This is second case. It reaches ground in time t2 seconds. So it reaches ground. It takes time is t2 seconds. It takes time is t2 seconds. Next, third case. What is third case here? If it is allowed to fall, freely from the tower. If it is allowed to fall freely from the tower. So for example, what is third case they given? Now same stone. Stone is freely falls. Now stone is freely falls. So this is a tower, Aston tower, right? This is tower. So now third case, stone is freely falls. Freely falls. I already discussed whether the body is drops, freely fall or releases from certain height. We should consider initial velocity for the body is 0 meter per second. If any body is freely falling, initial velocity for the body is 0 meter per second. So that means for the freely falling, so initial velocity for this one is 0 meter per second. So it covered, it covered time is t. So then what we need to find? So it is allowed to freely fall from the tower. Then the time it takes to reach the ground, that time we need to find. So this t we need to find. For example, let t be the time to reach the ground. So the t value we need to find. So this is 3 cases. So case 1. What is case 1? A ball is projected upwards with velocity u meter per second from the top of tower. It reaches ground in t1 seconds. This is first case. So body is projected upwards. For example, this is a tower now. First case, body projected upwards, it reaches ground. Total time taken. This is what man? Time of flight. I already discussed in previous lecture. Time of ascent plus time of descent is called time of flight. Time taken for a body to reach maximum height is called time of ascent. Time taken for a body to reach the ground is called time of descent. So both we consider means that is called time of flight. So here time of flight is given. This T1 is what ma? T1 is time of flight. Because this is time of ascent plus time of descent. Time taken to reach maximum height plus time taken to reach the ground. This total time is called time of flight. This T1 is time of flight. Time of flight is given. Initial velocity is u meter per second is given. So then how to find the distance for this one? So I already explained in previous lectures. Please go through it ma. If any body is projected from the top of tower, for finding time of flight, generally how to find time of flight? First to find time of ascent. Time of flight is nothing but time of ascent plus time of descent. So we are finding first time of ascent. After finding time of descent, we are adding these two, we got time of flight. This is one method. But very simple method is for finding time of flight directly by applying this formula. What is formula ma? Generally S is equal to ut plus half ad square na. Small modification in this formula. This formula is valid for just for time of ascent or time of descent. Only this formula is valid. So but we need to find time of flight. That means we apply here. S is taken as minus h. Here h is nothing but height of tower. H is nothing but here minus h we are taking. If any body is thrown upwards from the top of tower or top of building, for finding time of flight, we consider this formula. In this formula, S is equal to, we are always taken top of tower, that means height of tower or height of building we consider. So H is equal to height of tower. But we indicated in minus H. This is indicated in minus H. This is important. Minus H we are taken. Minus H. And minus H. Next, U is U value U only. T is nothing but what? Time of flight. T is nothing but time of flight here. Here time of flight is given already. What is time of flight here? T1 seconds. T1 seconds plus half into acceleration is body projected upwards. Body projected upward means acceleration is minus g. For projected upward, acceleration is we are taking always minus g, because body moving upward direction, gravitational force is acting downward direction. Both are opposite. We consider minus g into t1 square. So from this, minus h is equal to u t1 minus half g t1 square. Minus half g t1 square. So this is I'll consider as equation 1. This is I consider as equation 1. Here h is height of tower, T1 is time of flight. T1 is time of flight. This, from based upon this equation, we are easy to find time of flight. Time of flight or height of tower, easy to find. So whenever, please please kept in mind, so whenever body is if a person stands on tower or project any body or top of building, stands on top of building, project a body, so find height of tower or find time of flight they are asking. So then you consider this like this concept, S is equal to minus H and A is equal to minus G. This is important. Next, case 2. What is case 2 here? Next, case 2. Case 2. What is case 2, my dear? Body thrown vertically downwards. Body thrown vertically downwards with velocity u meter per second in t2 seconds. So what is the diagram for this? This is a tower. Here is the body. It's thrown downwards u meter per second. It covered time is t2 seconds. And acceleration is, whenever body moves downwards, acceleration is we are taking plus g. Acceleration is taking plus g because body moves downward direction. Gravitational force is also acting downward direction. That's why A is equal to plus g we are taking. So now, for this question, so how we find here distance? For this question, distance is equal to S is equal to ut plus half at square. So for this one, S is nothing but what height of tower. What is height of tower here? H only. Height of tower, I'll consider total height of tower is H. S is equal, distance traveled is H. How much distance is traveled? How much height of the tower is there? That distance only it travels. H here. Next, U into, here U only. Here T means T2 plus half into, acceleration means what acceleration is equal to G into T2 square. So this is the thing. Observe carefully, in this equation minus H is there. Here also we are getting minus H. Minus H is there means we are equating these two. For equating purpose, I will multiply both sides on minus. I multiply this equation both sides on minus. That means multiply both sides with minus. Minus H is equal to minus UT2 minus half G into T2 square. So minus UG into T2 square. This is equation 2. Right. So up to now what we discussed, here person is there. Person stands on top of tower. First he throws a stone vertically upwards with velocity u meter per second. It reaches ground, that is called time of flight. The time of flight is given t1 seconds. So based upon this case 1, we got height minus h is equal to some equation. Next, second case, same stone. Here person is thrown vertically downward with some velocity u meter per second. So applying that condition, we got second equation. For equating purpose, we multiply both sides with minus. We got second equation. So now this equation 1 and equation 2, minus h is equal to ut1 minus half gt1 square, minus h is equal to minus ut2 minus half g2 square. Here minus h is both are same. Equating these two. Friends, this is very important, very important application, very important application. So first of all, I discussed derivation. So like these questions are given. After completion of, we got one relation between this T1 and T2. This T1 and T2, we got one relation. So this relation is helpful for solving problems, typical problems. Like this, any question is given. One is thrown upwards, one is thrown vertically downwards with some speed, same speed. One is releases freely, that means freely falling. So like these questions are given, apply this concept, easily getting answer. So first, I'll derive this one, observe carefully. So this is option, this is equation 1 and equation 2. Right, I need some space. I have this one. Minus h is equal to ut1 minus half gt1 square. t1 square, here minus ut2 of g2 square. These two equations we want. So what we got now? First equation, equation 1 is what? Minus h is equal to ut1 minus half gt1 square. Second equation, minus h is equal to minus ut2 minus half g22 square. So these two equations, equation 1 and this is equation 2, equate these two equations. From this, what we got? ut1 minus half gt1 square is equal to minus ut2 minus half gt2 square. So both are equal because minus h only both sides. So from this ut1, this minus ut2 move this side. What we got here? Plus ut2 minus half gt1 square move this side, plus half gt square, half gt1 square minus half gt2 square. So from this, u is combinated t1 plus t2. Here g by 2 is combinated. What we got? t1 square minus t2 square. So here u into t1 plus t2 is equal to g by 2 into, this is of the form a square minus b square. So from mathematics, a square minus, from mathematics, a square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b we write. From mathematics, a plus b into a minus b we write. So we write this one as t1 minus t2 into t1 plus t2. So now t1 plus t2, this side t1 plus t2 going to be cancelled. What we got here? Initial velocity u is equal to g by 2 into t1 minus t2. G by 2 into t1 minus t2. So this is equation 3. So we got here u value is g by 2 into t1 minus t2. So this u value is substituted in equation 1 or equation 2. Let us consider equation 1. So u value is substitute in 1, equation 1, in equation 1. What we got now here from this, minus h is equal to ut1 minus half g t1 square. So substitute here. So minus h is equal to, u means what now? What we got? G by 2 into t1 minus t2. G by 2 into t1 minus t2 into t1 minus half into gt1 square. So from this, minus h is equal to g by 2 into t1 square minus g by 2 into t2 minus half gt1 square. So here plus half g by 2 into t1 square minus half g by 2 into t1 square is going to be cancelled. What we got finally here? Minus h is equal to minus g by 2 into t1 into t2. Here minus going to be cancelled. What we got? H is equal to 1 by 2 into g into t1 into t2. Half g into t1 into t2 we got. So this is